Here in Nigeria, the All Progressives Congress in Taraba State has distanced itself from today's local government election conducted across the 16 local government areas of the state. The party state chairman, Ibrahim Tukur El-Sudi, described the election as a charade, stating that the party has resolved to pull out of the exercise. He alleged that ballot papers are being thumbprinted elsewhere rather than the polling units, thereby disenfranchising members of opposition parties. Well, let's get a clearer picture to this development. We have joining us the Taraba State Chairman of the All Progressives Congress, Ibrahim El-Sudi. He joins us on TVC News at 10. It's good to have you join us, sir, on the news. Help us better understand what the situation is. You say that your party is distancing itself from today's local government election. Why is that?
Well, it is true that the All Progressives Congress in Taraba State was fully prepared to, partake in the so-called local government election that have been slated for today. Unfortunately, we discovered that it is a sham, a charade, because ballot papers and sensitive materials like results were not taken to various polling units. We were not even informed of the various polling units that we were supposed to go. They were supposed to have given us the polling units that were used by INEC according to the electoral law of Taraba State. Unfortunately, they could not do that.
Do you have evidence for this? Because these are strong allegations you're making here.
Yes, it is all over. The social media is awash with what was happening. They presented some people as having been voting, but we don't know those places they are voting. They are not polling units that are designated by the Independent National Electoral Commission. And therefore, these are hard facts. The only places are maybe some few polling units in Donga where they stage manage the conduct of election just to give the media, a sense of the fact that they were conducting election. But houses of, PDP stalwarts were used. We tried to engage the police. The police declined from participating. They said, look, theirs is just to protect materials and then, any outbreak of law and order, and therefore they cannot break into people's houses. But we have, cameras. Some people snap where those places are taking place, and if the media wants, we can present them.
But what made you decide not to go to these designated polling units to vote for your own party, considering this is supposed to be an election, a level playing field for all the contestants?
There is no level playing ground for all the contestants when we don't even know where the materials have been taken. Some materials were left in the police station until around 3 o'clock. We don't even know where the presiding officers and even the electoral officers of some local governments like Ibi local government, like Usa local government, and even Tapum local government. We didn't even know where the electoral officers were. Talk less of, participating in an election which they have predetermined what will happen. Since yesterday, we got information that they have filled in the result. Like in my own polling unit, I asked people whether there was any election that took place there, and they said no. I am in the headquarters, I'm in Jalingo monitoring what is happening. And lo and behold, we saw a result where purportedly we got 500 and PDP got 274. And that is in figures, we have 500, while in words, we have 576. You will know that it is just a charade, just to make a semblance of the fact that an election took place, while there was no election at all.
But from I was going to ask you, from the pictures we're watching right now, we see that elections were actually holding in some polling units. You're calling it a charade. But what's the next step for your party?
Well, we have boycotted the election completely. We should not be associated with it.
Is that in the interest of your party?
It is in the interest of our party, because what happened was not an election at all. We are therefore calling on the state government and the State Independent Electoral Commission to cancel the election and properly organize an election that everybody will participate, not disenfranchising more than 95% of the electorates.
Mr. Ibrahim El-Sudi, Chairman of the All Progressives Congress in Taraba State, thank you so much for speaking to us on TVC News at 10.
Thank you, and you're most welcome.